Our next guest is a very funny comedian you know from her work on Saturday Night Live, which returns this week live on NBC and Peacock with host Dakota Johnson and musical guest Justin Timberlake. Please welcome to the show, Punky Johnson, everybody. Welcome to the show, Punky.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Seth?
so happy to have
How you
you.
doing? I'm happy to be
I
here.
appreciate you making time on a Tuesday. I know what a busy day it is.
Oh, absolutely. We got Right Night tonight.
You got a writing night tonight. It's going to be a long night.
Yes, it is.
I have heard this story that early in your time at SNL, you actually, you kind of pulled the power move. There was somebody who could not get into the SNL after party.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a photo, and this is Travis Kelce. They would not let him in.
Right.
Now, what really happened? Is it true that at the door they just didn't know who Travis was?
The crazy thing is, he had came to the show. We saw him at the show, and then he goes to the after party, and he's just looking, and I was like, oh, that's Travis Kelce. And they're sitting up there, they're like, you can't get in, bro. You're not on the list. And I'm sitting up there like, why isn't he listing his resume? Because I'm on SNL. I'm like D-list celebrity. I would have been like, I'm on SNL. I know Lorne Michaels. But he was just sitting up there just being so innocent, like, oh my gosh, should I call someone? So I went over there and I was like, this is a Super Bowl champion. He is a daggone the greatest tight end in the daggone NFL. I was saying everything he should have said.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's on my list. Come on, Travis. And then I guess we became like friends. I made him take, forceful friends. I'm like, you're gonna take pictures with me every time you see me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be heavily a part of your life. We're having children together. Like, you owe me for this party forever, bro.
Yeah. That would have been very embarrassing. This is a very cool picture. If it had just been him standing outside a party, very lame.
Yeah.
What I always like to ask, where were you when you got the call that you were hired on SNL?
Oh, man, so it was very shaky. You know, this job, it be playing a lot of mind games.
They
so
do that.
They like, we're gonna call you on, they're like, Lorne Michaels gonna call you on a Friday. If you got the job. Friday done came and gone. Lorne ain't called. I'm like, I ain't get the job. They called me Saturday morning. All right, he gonna call you today for sure if you got the job. Lorne ain't called. I'm like, all right, I ain't get the job. So Sunday is Tom Brady is playing his first game in the NFC with the Bucs against my team, New Orleans Saints.
Yep.
And I'm like, Drew Brees is giving it to him, too. I'm like, yeah, we run the NFC. It's a big old family party. We so excited. I'm drinking. I'm celebrating the fact that I got that far in the audition process. I'm like, I didn't make it, whatever. And then as I'm taking a shot, Lorne calls. By this point, I'm like, oh, God. You know what I'm saying? So I answer the phone. I'm like, hey. Yes, this is Punky. Hi. And then he has this long conversation with me. I don't know what he's talking about because I'm in a trance at this moment, trying to figure out how to not let this man know I've been drinking, watching Drew Brees beat up on Tom Brady. And at the end of the conversation, he like, yo, come be on the cast. You got the job. I'm like, yo, what's up? Then he said, oh, pack your bags. You leave tomorrow. I'm like, it's 6 p.m.
You were like, I'm gonna start celebrating.
Yeah.
Your mom, Mary, who was on the show.
Yeah.
A lovely picture of you and your mom. And when you packed those bags to come to New York City, she put a couple of pictures in your suitcase with a couple of notes.
She put some pictures and some notes, pictures of us and like stuff like, you know, we proud of you. You made it live from New York. It's Punky Johnson, all that stuff. Yeah, cute. And then under that, she was like, but I got an invoice of all the money you owe me from the time you was born. And now it's the time for you to start paying me back. You finally on the road to recovery. I'm like, she's like, you owe me for your life. I'm like, I ain't asked to be here. How do I owe you? But
she's gotten used to the finer things?
She has. She's been fine dining. I've been putting her on first class all around the world now. Now she bougie. She's mad bougie. So now, like, she called me one time. I was getting her to come out here to New York. And it was on a specific date. And she was like, they only got Comfort. And because everything was sold out. I was like, well, Ma, you got to write Comfort because she was like, I'm going to have to come the day after or the day before because this Comfort, this three row seat stuff ain't going to work for me.
She got used to it.
I mean, once you get them accustomed to a certain way of life, you got to keep it rolling.
Now, you have a less than bougie ritual after the after party.
Oh, super trashy. Yeah. But everybody think it's trashy, and I don't. Like, after every SNL party, I got to hit up some Taco Bell.
Okay. So
I gotta do it.
Now the SNL party will move around. The after party's different every week. Do you
Yeah.
then know the locations of the closest Taco Bell when you're leaving?
So I be a little bit under the weather intoxicatedly. So my driver always knows the location.
Great, that's good.
My driver always know what it Taco Bell. I'm like, Taco Bell, you know what's going on? So I go to Taco Bell. The people at Taco Bell know me. I be tipping them. Because I always go with an entourage, and it's always some foolishness. I'm like, man, take this 50, my dog, and it be all good.
That's good. You've done a lot of really great musical things on the show. You did a wonderful rap with Keke Palmer, and rapping was actually something you were going to pursue back in the day. You had yourself a rap name.
I did. I sucked.
Okay.
But I mean, I thought I was good at rapping until I heard other rappers, and then I was like, nah, let me just stick to being goofy. So my rap name was Jay Willie. It wasn't even hard. It was just, it was just goofy. So I was like, nah, just go be a comedian, bro. You good?
Well, I'm glad you made the choice you did.
Yeah.
It has been a fantastic season for you so far, and it's been great having you here tonight. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank y'all so much.
You guys, that's Punky Johnson. SNL returns this week live on NBC and Peacock with host Dakota Johnson. Musical guest Justin Timberlake will be right back with Brad Meltzer.